Continuing on, yes. Welcome to another wonderful session of Books in the North. I apologize, my voice is very tired today for like no good reason. So I'm going to be speaking very softly. I'm going to be doing my best Maz impression of just speaking very softly.
Yeah, fuck you. I didn't like hearing your voice anyway.
That's fair, I don't like hearing my voice either, but I can get it all up in the microphone like this instead.
Are we listening to NPR now?
No, it's that, whatever it is that makes people feel good in their ear holes.
Yes, welcome to Scal's ASMR.
Welcome to playing as an ASMR, everybody.
Enjoy your +2 charisma.
Today we're going to be rolling some dice very softly. Can hear dice. Oh, how delightful. It's a 3. Anyway, moving on. From just a collection of terrible jokes conglomerized into one. It was a dark and stormy night when Thyri finally arrived in the Freelands, having traveled across a small expanse of the ocean
Actually,
on
it
broomstick.
really was a dark and stormy night.
It was a dark and stormy night. And upon arriving, was directed to the home of a former companion of the travelling variety, Miss Natalie LaRue.
Oh yeah, Nat.
Yeah.
It's too bad Nat's player isn't here to play Nat. Wait.
What?
Says,
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry. I only remember Nat has only been in the game for me for like one session, so I don't remember who played Nat.
Lol.
Nat and
Literally was around for one session, and then Nat went away and was played by.
And then Jace died.
And then Jason died.
No, Jace. Then Jason died.
Jace died. Then Jason died. Okay,
Oh.
alright, I got it.
I only needed one of those fuckers to die, damn it.
Surprisingly high player turnover, but you know, whatever. Just means you get to keep playing new and exciting borks. But yes, upon arriving, you were. It turns out that the tales of your exploits are well vaunted, thanks to the fact that this retired character to be pregnant is a folk hero, and they happen to be pretty good at making stories around them happen. And yeah, and they offer to put you up there for the night and get a boat sent out the following morning, assuming you can explain stuff to the sort of like housing governance.
That seems like something that's up my alley.
Yeah. And then the witch hunters turn up. No.
Fucking come at me, son. I'm a Jarl's wife.
Are there witch hunters in the freeholds?
In the freeholds, no, and it's the freelands.
Freelands, sorry.
But is this a freehold in the freelands?
Oh wait, I'm actually.
Everyone has equity in the freelands.
Everybody.
Yeah, that's the true meaning of equality. Everyone gets a garage, a car, a chicken at the pot, or whatever the fuck it was.
I bet I could make some decent money here in the freelands.
Yeah,
hawking my carvings.
That's true. Yes. Yeah. It was a good upgrade. Yeah, you get to rue at will, and you have a fluffy tail.
I could have sworn this place was called the Freeholds.
No. It is the.
Is that from something else? Is there a
Yes.
different game that has that in it?
Multiple games have a freeholds in them for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So mine are the free lands, because the lands are free, but the homes are owned. It is where you will find the guild masters in charge of things like arcanists. There is some very decent smiths around here. A very professional boa is renowned. Tieflings are generally treated better on this like corner of the land, entirely about as far away from the Ashenholds as one can get and still be in a big town and city. And it is one of the growing fonts of education in this land. It's where history is starting to be gradually rebuilt. Slaves, but with extra head pads. Yeah.
Oh, good. The extra condescension really makes it.
Yeah, makes it A+. Nah, some of them, although they still are technically a slave race, can at the very least acquire a guild membership. It doesn't exactly, take away your slave status like a blood bonding would, but at the very least it means that you can draw a income off of your works. Which ain't bad. It's a step ahead of, like, Americans and Mexicans, I suppose. Those guys don't get the vote, do they? I can't remember.
No.
No, I didn't think so. There you go. So yeah, I mean, it's about now as civilized as America, which means eventually it'll be civilized properly, but I'm sure it'll get there one day.
What's the only difference between America and yogurt?
Yoga eventually develops a culture.
And can go in fat-free.
Oh. Wow.
Swish. Let me know, by the way, if I need to boost my microphone because of the tired voice.
I think it's fine to me anyway.
Alright, excellent. So yeah, you have a night in the home of one Natalie LaRue. It's a nice home, all things considered. It's not particularly massive, but that's because most, like, large buildings are given up for things like being taverns or guild houses. But she is indeed full of baby. There's a nice warm crackling fire, a big fluffy bear rug that she probably killed herself.
I've never heard of someone being described as full of baby before.
Oh yeah, just properly babied up.
Isn't that what I mean?
Pardon?
Well, while I'm here, I might as well, if she wants, check her over and make sure everything's hunky-dory. That's sort of Thyri's job description.
I imagine she wouldn't turn down a checkup.
Yeah, alright. Just put your legs up here and
Oh, good. To really get that strap and snap, you need, like, the fucking sheepskin leather things instead, because they're gonna have, like, the plastic gloves. It's really weirdly expensive gloves to go rooting around in someone with.
Oh god, that's right. I guess before we do that, I need to tell her that, yeah, by the way, Jason died, and yeah. I hope he wasn't the daddy, 'cause he did.
I think he was.
I'm pretty sure
it's Jeanette.
It was Jeanette?
It was Jeanette.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Jeanette was the father. But...
Okay.
I didn't know Jeanette had a dick.
Yeah,
that's the second time you told that to me.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Quick, do an Anna check.
I feel like I'd remember that.
Is it just an exceptionally large clitoris? I'm pretty sure Jeanette has a cloaca. I don't know, you guys. Wow.
Nope, never mind. Never mind.
You do indeed remember her sheeness. It's like a foot.
Jesus.
I'm concerned about what would be the remember, but something is entirely fiction. Yeah.
Well,
I
that's
cloaca. Yeah, it's a cloaca. It's just
No, she's just like Gwendolyn from the waist down. It's just full of snakes.
Well,
Snakes.
Snakes. No, that would be Anna. Everything you should lift her skirt. It's just tentacles. Tentacles.
Anyway, so yeah, I'll tell her about the unfortunate business there and catch her up on the various goings-on.
Did Natalie ever get to see your daughter?
It's good.
I'm pretty sure she didn't.
No, Astra was born before Nat left. Unless, I guess, no, there was a period where you just weren't in the game at all, wasn't there?
Yep.
Yeah. It wasn't available for it at the time, so his character was off in the north and west.
Well, alright, then yeah, maybe not. And you'll get to meet Astra.
Your healthy Borka.
Yes, my
Probably
precious baby
right this
Borka.
moment, right this moment getting up to a heckin' mischief. Well, she's balls deep in a hecking mischief. It's honestly kind of hard to tell with her.
And
Gallons of
then don't forget
hormones.
to tell her about Henry.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just I'll catch her up on all the deets.
Yeah.
By the way, Henry's a little boy.
But it's okay. He's better now.
You smirk.
And also, my bird is an elf. And let's see, what other weird bullshit has happened to our party since then?
Jeanette's actually got a Hellhound.
Yeah, Jeanette no longer has a Roboborg. She just has a Hellborg.
Saoirse came out of her Jeanette as well.
Yeah.
I don't think she ever saw the fairy Saoirse either.
Did she not? Jesus, how long has Nat been gone?
Forever.
6 months in game time. 6 months.
Jesus, it does not feel that long.
Well, no, she's been gone 5 months in game time because she was adventuring for a month of being preggers and then quit. So yeah, to her it's been yeah, a while.
Viv has a dick and Anna has tentacles.
Yeah. There's also, I mean, she only saw Anna once. Remember that nice tall girl who seemed a bit ditzy? Turns out she's a psychopath. She's covered in tentacles.
And also, she was raised by my mother. Ah.
Your mother, the demon succubus.
I'll leave that part out.
Good choice.
Also, wait, does that make me and Anna, like, adoptive siblings? Is that how that works?
Yep.
Your sister's there. Yay.
Yep.
Yep, that's how it works.
Ah.
You're just pseudo sisters. I kind of wasn't so much adopted as like your mother was a nana for like lots of kids.
Yeah, I know. It would have been funny if that had been the case, but yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, I'll crash on the couch or whatever.
Okay. And yeah, there's a rather shitty storm that you're glad to be out of. There's a nice warm crackling fire. Plenty of big furs from dead monstrous things to use for comfies. And then night will turn into day. It's grey and it it is grey and it is miserable. And the rain is it's ongoing, but it's that light misty rain that's basically invisible, but then when you walk out into it, your clothing is soaked from just like all the way through. Yeah. Also known as very British rain. We have invisible rain all the fucking time. Didn't Thyri fail her save versus the gay with Anna? Yes, but it was only to find her attractive. It's not like she's made a move on Anna in particular.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
Turns out it's just tentacles really fucking. It turns out that she's got kinks for it.
Yep, that makes sense. It's not that I like Anna. It's just
It's
the Eldritch stuff.
Nice.
You know, it's the Warlock in me.
Yeah. Like I bet.
I
all
thought
of
it
those
was the muscles.
Like she's
Yeah,
also
wasn't it the muscles?
fucking ripped.
Maybe both. Shut up.
Gotta be both. The only issue is that she's got titties and a sneers.
Yeah, pretty much. If Anna was just a man.
A big buff boy.
Yep.
Okay. There is a governance figure in the Freelands who is, well, they would be in charge of the docks further up. If you go to him and, you know, you can get a little writ that basically says, hey, we need to sort of secure some passage for people. The sea is safe there, don't you worry about it. Then he'll, you know, allow that to happen.
Cool.
Otherwise, it's going to be a long fucking day of ferrying people over. And you'd have to leave a carriage behind, which would be a pretty bad move.
Yep. So yeah, let's do that. Get our writ and get people ferried over.
Sure. Natalie will join you on a waddle. Nice.
Fucking nerds. Get
God
outta
damn it,
here.
that's really good. I love that one.
Alright, so just to expedite the process of getting the party
Yeah.
over here, rather than
Would you
fucking
like
Satan
to pull it
adventures.
down to a persuade quest?
Yeah.
The persuade test. You can have advantage. You've got Natalie assisting you.
Excellent. Okay.
Whether you need it, yeah, 20 is good enough. Do you explain then, that that large shape and the turning of the ocean was actually a titanic dragon, or do you just simply put that like there was a monster and now it's gone?
I will be as vague as I can be while still being successful, you know?
Yeah. Can you, if you would like, you can give me a deception as well, Van. I'm sure we'd be
Okay.
better at. I'm fairly certain.
It's equal.
Yeah.
But with...
Okay.
Okay.
You already passed, but sure. Yeah, no, he'll take you at your word. He's a little unsure that this matter's all covered, but on hearing from like a Jarl's wife that he'd be reimbursed if his ship fucking just sank it like a bitch, he'd be like, all right, fine, okay, we'll get things into motion again. And indeed, you can head down to the little dock area and watch a ship go out. You can join them. Well, you can join that ship, pick them up, and then come back, or just wait for them to turn up.
I'll go with them so I can get my carriage.
Okie dokie. Yeah, it's wet on deck, but there are a number of Saily type people who are, they're glad to be back in action again. There are some that are nervous about the particularly churny waters around here because usually they're quite still between the Freelands and the Dragon Isle. But yeah, no, a great deal of them are like, thanks for getting us in motion again. Very appreciated.
Yeah, I'm a good girl.
And yeah. Crack them knuckles. That feels good.
Is this place called Bailton now? Just noticed that name.
No, someone's put a addition.
Oh, okay.
It's just Kayla Vale. Someone added turn on the end.
That would have been pretty funny though.
But she was the best waifu no one went after.
It's true. Maybe she'll show up again someday.
No, she's dead now.
Everyone is dead. Okay. And yeah. You arrive on the other end of the docks, where the rest of the party have been waiting. It's been getting kind of busy there because Salamanders have been wanting to make sure all their trade and stuff happens. It's not like there's a large quantity of food that naturally grows in the Dragon Isles, considering it's a fucking partially obsidian blasted, very, very cold misery business. But, it's kept warm by all of the nice, cute, warm Salamalanders. Volcanic rock is great for growing, but this isn't volcanic. Indeed, the Ashenhold is where all the actual growing stuff happens. This place is just obsidian blasted. It's not volcanic. Obsidian's basically fucking worthless.
It's really hard, though.
That's right, it's because I'm way cooler than him. There you have it. And yeah, and then eventually a ship arrives. There are a number of delighted individuals who quickly start trying to move crates and receive crates, and Thyri will, walk off deck. Probably very damp, because it was, a ship ride through the invisible rain, which is just going to get you utterly drenched. Thankfully you weren't... Oh no, you would have probably been out at sea for like an hour or two. How about giving me a check to see if, how you're dealing with this open-faced exposure?
Okay. Constitution?
Yes, please. It's not a high value, but you could fluff it.
Wait. Lord of Light, help me. Yes.
Alright, you made it over 10. Yeah, okay. You don't get Although maybe the particularly additionally churny waters get you a little bit seasick. Certainly not the same as flying, you know, which you're quite used to by this point. But you don't like catch a cold or anything like that from just like just blitzing it through some of the coldest water in the land. And then, yeah, you're able to regather your party and then return as a whole to the Freelands, carriage and all.
Yeah, you gotta gather your party before venturing forth.
The
Need to go
party's been
find my
gathered and
fucking
you've
party.
ventured forth. Eclectic collection that it is. Welcome to the Freelands.
Wow,
It's a
this
big
is
fucking place.
Norse as shit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then pressing,
Ooh.
I even found it with like a nice incline here where a tower could be hiding past a little wall. It's like, oh, it's suitable.
All right. We're in my hometown now. Let's go to the guild real quick.
Yeah, let's go.
What guild?
The Alchemist Guild.
Okay.
Oh,
At the moment, there is like the guild hall for people getting educated, and then there is the place where the alchemists and the arcanists all have their like workshops slash sale houses. They happen to, have a sharesy. That would be this one. It would be kind of hard for you to get all of your companions to like literally go into like the education bit of the guild halls. They're kind of not carded or paying
Nice.
tuition or education or any of that, but you can certainly take them to what is effectively like a shop and workshop.
Cool. I'm gonna look for Kalara.
That would be the Slooty Tiefling, would that be?
Yep.
Well, you're in luck, because that is currently where she is working on this fine morn. I couldn't find that fucking art anymore, the one we used before, but I found an appropriately studious-looking individual for it.
Yay, it's always good to come back home and see the wife.
Look at you go. And yeah, there is a particularly large, like, multi-floor tavern. The ground
Kalara!
floor of it's
Benny!
nice. Yep. God, I don't have the voice necessary for the appropriate energies, but Clara will turn around and clap her hands together in delight, give a little particularly jiggly bounce. The little spady tail does a little wiggle. Jeanette, it's so good to see you again.
Run up and jump in her arms.
Yes.
Hey,
She will
look!
halfway catch you before, like, letting you down onto your feet again. Give you a big old smooch.
I got thicker.
You did get thicker. Goodness me.
Is this a
Oh,
friend of yours, Jeanette?
Huh? I thought I've talked about this before. I've totally talked about this before. What are you talking about? This
Nope.
what, huh? No.
Yeah, you guys are just dumb and you forgot. I talk about it all the time.
No,
Nope.
you don't.
Not
No,
at
you
all.
don't.
Oh, that might have been me talking to the book and then forgetting to talk to you. Anna, I talk to her about her to you all the time, right? Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
See,
Anna is not reliable, and you know it.
blink.
Ooh, what's this?
More importantly, who's this cutie? Hey there.
Oh, goodness me. Give me a moment. I'm going to warm up my voice and see if I can't pull off a couple.
Jeffrey.
It's a kobold.
Just had to cough and clear my throat a little bit. Hi there. What are you talking about?
Why, you're adorable. Hi, I'm Thyri.
What? I'm not adorable. I'm a proud kobold dragon.
Well, you are the most fearsome, awe-inspiring kobold dragon I've ever seen.
Huff and fold his arms. Please, my name is Jeffrey, and I'm a proud alchemist.
Nobody wants to take a compliment these days.
I
So,
resent being called cute.
Thyri will
You
just like
know-
scrunch up her lips like Huff.
And you will huff back. Before returning in alarm to a like a Bunsen burner alembic thing now, trying to make sure it doesn't like a bubble over and spill some kind of acrid substance everywhere.
Oh, well,
Ah shit, fuck.
while he's doing that, I'll just make a little Arcana check and see what he's cooking.
Sure. Also, at the same time, while you're doing that, Anna heads for a table, and a large booming voice. God. Why, hello there, friend. I can't help but notice you're interested in my works.
Yes, everything is so interesting. I've never seen a place like this before.
Ah, well, I am very proud of this workshop. My name is Benny. What is yours?
Hi, Benny. My name's Anna.
Wonderful. But if you will excuse me for just a moment, he will step around and then give Jeanette a big old hug. Of course, a hug.
Benny, hi.
Hello.
Also, this is your goddaughter, Saoirse. Saoirse strikes pose.
I would hug you too, but you are oh so small. I would not want to crush you with my exuberance.
That is understandable. Oh, also Saoirse, this is your other mom.
Hi.
What?
Hmm?
Thyri will just look up from what she's doing. Other mom?
Yeah, this is Kalara.
Jeanette, are you married?
Yes?
What?
What? How's this not come up before? How have we not known
Yeah,
this?
really. What?
I talked
We've known each
about
other for
this all
6
the
months.
I definitely talked about this.
No, you have not.
haven't.
100%.
Literally never.
Nope.
Not even
Blink.
once.
I'm unsurprised about that. But yes, I'm Jeanette's wife. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm sure
It's
she's
nice
been a
to meet you
handful.
too. Yep.
How dare you? I've been nothing but helpful.
I'll give her that, and I'll gesture at my garage.
I mean, there was the whole entire orb thing that got a. Nah, never mind. Don't worry about it.
I only blew up my hand a little bit. It got better.
Of course, I mean, I have no doubt that you were helpful, but also, you can be a handful. In more ways than one, of course. At which point she will, like, grin from over Jeanette's shoulders and then give her a squeeze.
Yay. Sorry I've been gone for so long. Kind of got snowed in to the west, and then a big and I wanted to come home, but then a big dragon picked us up and carried us off to the Dragon Isles. Dragon Island. I'm getting my games confused. I'm sorry.
Fair enough. I mean, as long as you come back in one piece, I don't mind so much.
Did you get all my letters? Sorry for forgetting to send a lot of them until a couple months in, but that just means you got like 5 pounds of letters.
This is true, they did all turn up. For a bit we were worried that you'd gotten into some kind of mischief again, but then your messages came through and realized that you were going to be doing just fine. It's been oh so very lonely and cold here without you, though.
Well, I'm glad to be back. I've been trying to get back for a really long time, but things just keep popping up. You know the dead are walking again?
Yes, we had heard some measure of that. We've been working on some kind of synthesis to see if it's, an effect that can be broken down more naturally. Sort of like Dispel Magic would, but so far our experiments have come to not great success. It turns out that the matters binding them together aren't strictly alchemical or arcanic. There is some measure of divinity or ritual involved, which, as we all know, is cheating.
That is cheating. Oh, also, I finished my big project. Look.
Why, hello there.
Bork.
Yeah, I don't have the voice for it. He will bork borkeningly and introduce himself in his loud, monotonous voice before announcing loudly to the room that he is a good boy, at which point Benny gives him a crushing hug and Tam announces danger, danger before being slowly released again. Also, upon the entrance of Tam, the sort of glowing dog figure inside a cage will sort of pad in a circle, let out a grumble.
Who's this?
Me, I am Malice.
Ah!
We have a crushing amount of dogs in this room now.
You can talk?
You say
Of
it like it's
course
a
I can
bad
talk.
thing.
No one start howling.
Yes, no one start a rue, please. Yes. No. Alright, yeah, he starts roaring uncontrollably. Everyone's ears ring. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, the large glowing dog introduces itself as Malice before leaning down into a bowl and snapping up a huge bone, crunching straight through it.
Is it glowing?
His eyes are glowing. He's covered in like little glowing tracks. Every now and again, when
It's a
its fur
talking
moves.
dog. It's a talking dog and it glows. This is the best.
Yes, I am fantastic, I suppose.
If you don't mind us asking, why are you in a cage?
I keep jumping out of phase. It's very inconvenient.
Is it a blink dog?
Correct.
Hey!
Currently, I'm hoping these here will actually be able to solidify me in a phase so that I can remain there. Were I not in this box, at which point he will pat on it with a paw idly, I would be slipping in and out of the ether. Most uncontrollably and very frustratingly.
I never got my question answered. Is this a rack of dildos next to me?
No, that's actually a clothing rack on
Okay,
little wooden frames. Not just like rotisserie dildos pointed outwards.
I mean, given Jeanette, that's not out of the question.
That's what I'm saying.
It would be
Yeah.
inefficient to hang them sideways on, but as well, that still doesn't make it technically out of the question. But no, that's a clothing rack, not a dildo spinner.
I don't own this building.
Yeah, no, this isn't Jeanette's building. It's technically in the ownership of Benny himself, but he doesn't spend all of his time here. He's more like a school guard than anything. He just happens to have, since he owns it, it's where he keeps some of his workshop stuff.
It's where he keeps all his beard oil.
Yep. Yeah.
All of his beard oil.
Speaking of the thing that I forgot about that theory that you see Jeffrey working on appears to be some kind of acrid blade oil, or at least that would be a safe assumption. It's hard to tell just by looking at it, but you can also see like resting next to the Bunsen alembic is like a knife that's got some of this pasty substance like painted across it. Although you can see that it has sort of rotted at the blade and made the metal, kind of shitty. So that's probably what he's working on.
Oh, that's very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, thanks. So far, though, it seems to break anything that's not magic in the first place, which is kind of a moot point.
I will reintroduce Anna to Kalara. Well, I know you guys probably already met before because we've been best friends for a super long time, but embarrassing story, I kind of hallucinated she wasn't there for a few months.
Kilar, used to this by
Nod,
this
nod.
point, will also nod sagely and humor you. Yes, how terrible of me. I seem to have forgotten as well. What would your name be, my dear?
Oh no. I'm Anna. Jeanette is my super bestest best friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm very glad to hear that. It's so nice of her to meet people of like mind.
We do a lot of cool things together. We made the big Tam together. He's the best. He's the best boy.
He does seem to be a good boy.
Also, we made a master-crafted marital aid. That was fun too.
That was
Almost
fun.
almost as satisfying as building Tam. Almost.
Almost.
Not.
And yeah, Ghost Doggo Ludwig does indeed get to do a shake with the Blink Dog. Though when his paw passes through this cage, by the way, it seems like extra solid. You suspect that were Ludwig in this cage, he too would count as like fully corporeal, not semi.
We should put Ludwig in the cage so I can give him pets.
The cage is well. Oh,
It's not exactly a big cage. You would be squishing him up with a Blink Dog that can't safely leave it.
would the is the cage would he be like or physical to everything, or is it just the cage is extra real for him?
The cage itself is making the contents of its self, fully corporeal. It's effectively like, to put it into, spellcaster terms, it's dimensionally anchored, so you can't do things like blink or teleport, and your being ethereal doesn't grant you any concealment, yada yada yada, all that kind of shit. It's actually pretty fucking advanced magic, although it's being used in a relatively mundane fashion, and it's probably not as massively useful except for the fact that it's doing this guy a favor right now. But yeah, so he's waiting for them to try and find some way, he will explain, of helping to lock him to a dimension without taking away his ability to blink. Because right now he's stuck either being unable to keep his phase or being as he is right now, unable to blink. It's just frustrating. He's been trying to deal with this now for the past, half a year. But he's treated well enough. Astro is looking at this oil that Jeffrey's making.
Yeah.
Okay, then. She'd recognize some of the, base roots as well, although it looks like he's got some kind of ground-up spellcasting component as well, like that typical, copper, iron filing dust in pouches and bits that she recognizes but herself doesn't get use out of.
She's an arcane or an eldritch knight, so...
True, but does she ever use, spellcasting components?
Yeah, she doesn't have, a wand or anything, so yeah, she has a component pouch.
Oh, she uses a component pouch. Okay. Yeah, then she would also recognize all that stuff, too. It looks like it is a blade oil that not only would, apply a poisonous effect on it, it would also make the weapon temporarily qualify as magic, which is presumably right now why it's, destroying mundane weapons that it's put on.
Well, can she help Jeffrey here refine that, being that she's quite familiar with blade oils herself?
She doesn't have quite the academic knowledge that he has. She just knows how everything works and is put together, whereas he's there's a difference between knowing maths and then seeing someone doing equations on a big blackboard and going, I have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at here. I do know what these numbers are meant to mean. So she could certainly try, but he is already in a prime area and technically has advantage because of his setting.
I see. Well, alright.
Yes,
She will
he is
just
dealing
look
with
over his
quite
shoulder,
complicated
intensely
shit.
interested.
Yep. Let's see here. Could it be valuable as a splash weapon to break down opponents' weapons? No, the breakdown in weapons, he will explain, happens over the process of a few minutes, which would be valuable in the short term of combat and would be a very expensive way to ruin a weapon if you were expecting to do it and wait for it to happen over the course of minutes to an hour. You'd be far better just stealing the weapons if you have the opportunity to oil them up or, smash them or break them or whatever.
Fair enough. Worth a shot.
I don't have the Jeffrey token or I'd use it. Alright, so yeah, the tentacles creep out, and Benny will announce something along the lines of great leaping holy shitfuck, but after seeing that they aren't some kind of eldritch attack, will relax again a moment later. You could see that underneath his robe for a moment he was reaching for some kind of like thick bludgeoning tool before he like lets the robe drop again. Goodness me, shouldn't surprise me so. Yeah, Clarity will join in the huggening. It's an interesting collection of people. Great googly moogly, my Ravenet friend.
Benny. I'm so glad I finally get to meet Benny.
Who we've also
Benny.
heard nothing about.
Yes.
Yep,
I talk
nothing.
about my literal oldest friend all the time.
You've
No,
never talked
you
about
haven't.
anything related to this place, ever. Not once.
Not once.
About the tower.
You've talked about the tower as a structure.
Tower's my house. Though Kalara doesn't like spending the night there, gives her headaches. So I spend about half my time at our house in town. Well, her house. Our house.
That's because your place makes people who are sane go gradually insane, dear.
I have been there for years and I have never felt more sane in my life.
That explains so much.
Yeah, wow, okay.
It's safe in short bursts, but it's not a habit I try to take up too often.
Do you know
Sa-
why it makes people go crazy?
Safe in short bursts if you have a Hauptmann with you. Otherwise, Tower gets grumpy and kills you.
Yes, that too. And she'll announce that over the half a year or so she's been absent, there have been like another 3 people who have died or turned into squirrels or something.
Good lord.
There are
Squirrels
signs.
specifically?
Specifically squirrels, yes.
I literally posted like 3 signs.
Of course, but people are stupid.
Yeah, people ignore signs for Jeanette.
Can most people even read?
I mean, they can tell when someone paints a big skull and crossbones and a keep out in red paint, which is what was put out there, but some people are just determined to be stupid.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
in that case I
don't
guess
go
it's better off without them, but still.
Exactly. Next they'll be trying to drink cleaning agents or something foolish.
Eating Taiba.
Don't go into Dad's house without permission.
Very true.
I'm gonna have to sweep out some corpses from the lobby, aren't I? That's annoying.
I believe so. Also, I think it was making some strange noises a few weeks ago. You might want to see if there's something that got loose in there.
Dad might be back from being dead.
Oh, possibly.
What?
Dad gave me his book. He said, be right back. Gonna die for a little bit. Watch after my book.
I'm fairly certain it doesn't work like that.
I mean, but what if it does now?
I'm not so sure, honestly, with... when it comes to Jeanette's father, just about anything is possible. I'm sure you've seen some, unique hints of Jeanette's ingenuity, yes?
Yep.
I'd probably say so, yeah.
Her capabilities scratch the surface of her patriarchal figure was capable of. Quite terrifying in its own special way.
I have an important question.
Go ahead.
How did someone who seems perfectly normal and well-adjusted end up marrying Jeanette?
She is a sweetie.
I mean, yeah,
She
but...
is a sweetie.
My dear, you get used to some very eccentric individuals, and yes, although Jeanette can be seen by some as a little more unhinged by others, she's perfectly sane at the best of times, and is an attentive and considerate partner. That and... let's put it this way, she didn't always used to be quite as eccentric.
Ah,
But
Eccentric.
fume cupboards and overexposure will do that to you.
I was only touched by inspiration a little bit.
Of course.
okay. Everything's starting to make a little bit more sense now.
Yeah, all the puzzle pieces are starting to fit together somewhat.
Come now, the puzzle is a circle and the pieces are all squares.
Yeah, but you
Pretty
can
much,
fit
yeah.
the squares inside the circle.
All these squares make a circle.
Yes, I suppose so. Oh, while you're in our humble little workshop, would you perhaps like to try anything that we've got here? Have a few new experimental bits and pieces?
Do you have
Depends.
scrolls?
What
Depends
do we
what you
got?
got.
We have some powerful transformatives laying around here somewhere.
Yes, we did leave a crate of those hanging around. We had to seal them. Some.
Ooh, oh, ooh, Jeanette makes this really cool potion that makes everyone pretty.
Oh, you don't say.
Oh
Uh-huh.
yeah,
She's
I
she's
picked
the
a
reason
bunch
I've
of
got all
those.
these.
And she gestures to her thick.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah, they have the typical amenities one would expect of a highly magical shop. You can get scrolls and potions up to level 3. You can custom order, assuming you have the bits and pieces to craft accessories. Like, for instance, if your party didn't happen to have a Jeanette, then you could give these people, the tools and the inspiration, and they would do the crafting portion for you. Indeed, it's entirely possible you might want to, since your to create list is so large, actually give them some stuff to do so they can handle it for you, so that more than one thing can be accomplished in a week. They also happen to have some magical accessories. That clothing rack is full of not ordinary clothes.
Ooh, do they have pretty dresses?
Ooh.
They have a few
Wow.
pretty dresses. They have
Pretty
what appears
dresses?
to be a silk embroidered dressing gown. They happen to have some sort of quilted tunics, some shirts, some tops, pants, and some underwear. All sorts of things like that are sort of lined up in different racks. And the prices for scrolls, I believe I'm using your scroll prices list. Give me a moment.
Excellent.
It's just whatever the book. I think it's just whatever the book says.
I mean, that's not the price I'm using, so
Oh, I don't know. What's the difference between yours and the books?
I have no fucking idea.
Okay. Allow me to double check then.
Is there a handout for that in here somewhere, or
No, there's not.
we just
I don't think, at least.
go over to ye old Savin then?
Yeah. Okay, so these clothes have a very eclectic selection of magics. Some of them are going to be randomized on a table, although there are a few set ones that I have actually written down. Give me a moment, I'm just looking to check the prices for getting magical bullshit.
So
Let's see
according
here.
to 70, it's 100, 300, 600, 1200 for scrolls.
Okay. In this, it is based on their spell scroll rarity costs instead, because that's how the magic item costs exist.
Mm-hmm.
So cantrips and first level spells are considered common, so they're the cost of common magical things, although they're half for not being gear. Second and third level are uncommon, and fourth is rare. And then onwards.
Okie dokie.
So just look up the costs of common and uncommon magical items, because I know that there is some summarized number for that, and then half it because they are scrolls.
Excellent.
Likewise, same for potions. Yes, there are some specific magical items. There is a dressing gown of grand inspirational sleep, when you go to bed with a task in mind, assuming the first thing you put on the following morning is this robe. When you sit down to write and work, you will find that you have advantage on whatever check it was. So say you want to create a thing, you go to bed and then you wake up in the morning, you put on your gown and you get to work, then you have advantage on the crafting. Or say you want to write something down, or you want to create a song, or anything along those lines.
Cool.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah. It's like if someone just sort of wanted to write a Beethoven symphony, but they could only do so in the morning as long as they are wearing their fancy dressing gown. It's also very pretty and comfy.
Hmm.
Welcome back. Let's see here. What other things were there? Oh yeah, there's the Bodus of Attractiveness, which is a fun one.
Oh,
Whilst wearing nothing but this Bodus and some underwear, you happen to have a charisma score flat out at 19.
now how much is that?
Just so
Yeah,
you're
same.
aware. Just so you're aware, this only applies when you're only wearing the bonus and some underwear. So like other gear would negate that bonus.
I'll take.
Alright.
Magical brawn panties.
I go back down to 10 or 10 AC, but still.
But there's also the. I mean, you also have to. Well, actually, wait. Only those two items?
Yes.
Yeah, as long as you're wearing just the bonus and panties, then you have 19
Okay, so you
charisma.
can't combine that with the fuck me boots of I don't get cold.
That's a good question. I think it actually is just meant to mean you can't wear armor with it, or like
Think so.
robes or anything like that. So you might be able to get away with wearing just that and the boots. Holy shit.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Jeanette, your wife insists that it would be very, very fun to slip those boots off of you. If a question, if Anna put on an item that improved her crafting powers, would it break her being a savant? It's true. She's only amazing while she's not like being boosted magically. The price, I believe, for this thing is 450 gold. Let's have a look here.
Is there a friends and family discount?
They're kind of already giving you it.
Oh, I'm
All
just
right.
shy of that.
You're just shy of 450 gold.
I'll spot you, bro. Remember, I don't spend money on anything, so I've got like 32 platinum, 206 gold, and 28 silver. So
You realize that doesn't change your character at all. You have 18 charisma.
I'm
You have
teasing anyway.
18. Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to boost your hard lock it to 19, because that also means that if you ever wanted to spend points on like an ASI or something on your charisma for some reason, you'd end up with a higher number than if you weren't wearing it.
I mean, that's assuming we get another ASI. Like,
We
only-
sure aren't.
You are getting one, but at the same time, like, there are items that could boost it, but that would be negated by being hard locked, and going from 18 to 19 changes nothing. But that said, I won't stop you from buying an expensive like Bodus and underwear just so that you're only wearing those.
Nah, I'm good.
You sure?
Now, what's Anna's charisma?
Also 18.
Yeah.
But Anna likes to wear furs and pretty dresses.
don't worry. Yeah.
Let's see here. There was another one that was hard written. Oh yeah, the vest of pockets.
Pockets.
It is a vest of pockets. Whilst wearing it, you can, like, you know how there is the use item cunning action.
Uh-huh.
Whilst you're wearing this vest, it has 4 pockets, and using any item from those 4 pockets can be done as a bonus action instead of what it is meant to be. Effectively, it is a vest of cunning pockets. Which is a fun item, I think. Hard to take advantage of, but, you know. It is a thing that does a stuff.
A thing that does a stuff. I'm tempted for this dress because it is a pretty dress. Well, it's a gown. It's pretty grand. It's a pretty gown.
I'm tempted for the bonus, but I don't have nowhere near enough in it to throw my armor down crazily.
Yeah. Which...
How much is a 4th level in your game?
Fucking probably actually more than that, but I also give out lots of money.
This is true. I feel like I did just shovel you guys a shit ton of platinum recently, but whatever.
You gave Anna a whole shitload of platinum.
Yeah, you gave Anna
Nice.
lots of money.
Yeah, we got like 32 platinum each at least.
Alright. I'd like to point out again that, sorry, I'm fairly well off, so if you guys want something and you're just shy, just ask and I'll take it off my sheet.
I mean, just shy is not where I'm at, but
Yeah,
sure
I'm off
you-
by like 100 gold at least.
Are you sure you want to get Identify, considering Jeanette does that thing for free and faster than a normal Identify?
I mean, yes, because Jeanette's not necessarily always going to be here, and also, it's only like 25 GP, so...
True, yes. Like, cantrip and 1st level scrolls are very cheap in this. It's sort of where the trade-off comes in.
Like, in 70, a 4th level spell scroll is 1200. But, also, again, like...
You don't
every
give
time you
out
guys do a
the-
combat encounter, you just get a treasure hoard, so...
This is true. I don't know, I feel like you've been pretty well rewarded. The thing is, you've got a lot of things that sell for a lot of money, but you've hung on to every part you've gathered.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm sure you could easily have, like, you know, economy-breaking cash if you just sold all the Great Beast parts. I mean, they would fucking buy them from you here, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure they'd like to buy
fucking-
lots of my stuff, but they can't
Yeah.
fucking have it. It's mine.
It's
Mhm.
our things. We'll
It's
make
like-
it with our stuff.
Actually, speaking of,
It's like 100 gold a tooth for, like, the small teeth. Some shit like that.
Seriously?
Yes.
Wait, like for the small teeth?
Yes, it's like 100 gold a tooth. It just has to be ripped out of a great beast, and it can be used to create +1 gear. They will gladly give you like 100 gold a tooth. Are you kidding?
oh.
And then the realization kicks in
You've made
Well,
a
we were-
mistake.
that we're literally walking around with a literal fortune.
Yes, you are
All
walking
the
around. I've
time.
told you multiple times that
Scouts
you guys are
told us a lot
walking
of
around.
times.
Yeah, many
I
times
just
I've
didn't
told you
think
that
that.
you guys are probably some of the richest people in this land, but you just don't know it because you keep keeping everything.
Even stuff like the
Because-
4-child teeth are like that much, or this is like lesser?
It hasn't got any of those little stars next to its name, so it's not. It doesn't fall into the same territory.
Okay.
Those things are worth like still 10 GP a pop, which is pretty decent.
In my
Hey, can I?
defense, I use
hey.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, in the interest. Wait. Hang on. Wait. Sorry. I was doing that thing again.
No, well, where you get
What?
partway into a thought out loud and then didn't know how to finish it.
Yeah, what weapons does Cynthia use?
I use a short bow and a rapier.
Okay. You're a rapier rogue. You're not a knifey rogue. Okay.
I mean, I have daggers as well, but I mean, I can use them. That and I try to avoid melee combat as much as possible as well.
Oh.
Depends on the spells.
Here, I'll copy it. It's the Tiefling Mage's spellbook.
Let's have a look here. Ice Storm.
And kind of cold.
That's, fifth kind of cold. Let's see here. There are only a handful of people who cast like 5th level magic, since a lot of them are the builders and shapers, but they've got some pure wizards who might want to buy that off of you. They wouldn't purchase that here. That's something that you might want to take to the guild hall and see if you can auction.
Alright. So...
That said, you've never done an auction before, have you?
Oh.
An auction can be used to sell things at their value. However, there are skill tests involved to either like raise or lower the money that you receive or spend.
Wait, is that how economies work?
I know, right? But yeah, you can do auctions as a character.
Trying to think of anyone who actually uses melee weapons and like in actual combat. Like, oh well, fuck. Oh, well.
450.
450. Okay,
What does
okay.
Astra? What does Astra use in combat?
A
She's a
giant
sword.
fucking sword. And also a
Great
longbow.
big sword. But she also has a magic sword already.
Yes, it's a very good sword too.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you for dying.
Gifting the sweetness on. Is Thyri richer than her husband?
Probably not.
She's richer in liquid cash, but she doesn't own assets. She doesn't have like land.
Yeah, exactly.
So, how much would one large bone of like a storm beast go for?
A storm beast's large bone. Let's see here. About 200 gold.
Would anyone be upset if I sold one of the large bones and bought the bonus?
No, but I
No.
could just give you the money.
Tell you guys what. Why don't you save liquidating some of these into money for like later on? I'll give you the list of what stuff is purchasable here, and also tell you what stuff you can try and get special made, so you can figure that one out of session. Because I don't have enough voice for this otherwise.
Okay.
Gotcha,
Okay.
thank you.
So yeah, we'll go over money and stuff like that later on, just in chat for saving effort.
And
Yes,
no one
there are-
does full plate stuff.
Yeah, no one wears full plate amongst you. I mean, Titian would, but at the same time, he doesn't really want to be a combatant. Or more specifically, I don't want him to be a combatant, and so Titian doesn't want to be a combatant.
Listen, Titian spent a lot of time as a bird. He's busy in the bordello, lounging around naked.
In fact, right now he's gone to the tavern and he's betting and playing games with this chick. Good job, Titian.
So, if we're gonna skip over shopping,
I mean, it's not skip over. There are still things that you probably would like to be made aware of. For instance, other magical gear that is here and things that they can produce for you. On top of like level 3 scrolls and potions, they can custom make accessories and weapons and just shy of full plate armor. They can produce those up to level 2, and they will use great beast parts and just a small working cost for you. Let's see here. They can also. They have like other gear here, which, if you would like me to, I can have you guys randomly roll some articles of clothing that they happen to own.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, give me a
I
moment.
love rolling. Let's go. We're gonna up good.
Rolling is fun. Let's open this up. My bin of magical stuff. Bum, 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 bum. Animal messenger is pretty great. I'm surprised you didn't pick up like talk to animals or something.
I mean, if I ever get another invocation, I might, but
Let's see.
You won't get another one until what, 9 or 10?
literally next level, but also
Oh no.
while getting levels.
Oh no, the donjon bin thing go off again. That's kind of a shame. God damn you, game. Such a
So how
pain.
much is that? How much is the bathrobe? I want the
Yeah.
bathrobe.
The bathrobe is, let's see here, 330 gold pieces.
350?
330.
30. 330.
Okay, let's see here.
Okay. I got a nice pretty bathrobe.
Alright, so who would like to roll for some magic stuff?
Sure.
Abjuration 9.
No, because there's no real spell set up for warlocks. I just put all my rituals in the 9th level slot, and all my spells are in the 1st level slot.
Goodness.
Holy shit.
I mean, I would not be surprised if this was a 9th level spell. It's really fucking good, but
What is?
divination. So I burn 25 GP, and I get to ask God one question.
Oh.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Pretty much.
Alright, so who wants to roll for the first magic item?
Yeah.
I think Amxal.
Alright. Can I get 1d12, please? Okay.
Starting off high.
1, 2,
I rolled a 12 in my physical dice.
5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. And 1d100, please. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, let's go in high.
Let's see here. What is this?
Yeah, that time I rolled an 8.
What the fuck is a robe of eyes?
Ooh, that thing. Hang on.
That's some fucking bloodborne shit right there.
Robe of eyes. This robe is adorned with eye-like patterns. Whilst wearing it, you gain the following benefits. It lets you see in all directions. You have advantage wisdom perception on sight. Dark vision 120 foot. You can see invisible creatures and objects, as well as see into the ethereal plane out to a range of 120. The eyes can't be closed or averted. Although you can close or avert your own eyes, you are never considered to be doing so. A light spell cast on the robe or a daylight spell within 5 feet blinds you for a minute. At the end of each of your turns, you can make a save versus being blind.
So it's basically the robe of Argus.
Sure.
I don't know what that is.
Argus was the 100-eyed beast that was one of Hercules' what are they called? His trials?
Yep.
It was a 100-eyed beast that could see in all directions, and he had to sneak up on it. So he waited until it was asleep. As you do.
So, yeah, there's a rope of eyes. It's quite a fun one. Alright.
That sounds real interesting.
Who would like to roll the next d12?
I'll do it.
Alright. Get a 12. You know you want to. Scrolling back up.
I kind of want that robe of eyes just because it'd be
I
really
rolled my
creepy.
physical die first. I got the same number.
Well, there you have it then. Your physical dice act like the decaying atoms that dictate roll 20.
Yep.
To be fair, a 1 ain't bad on this. There's some really cool shit in there. Can you give me a 1d100, please? Ooh, okay. Anna wearing the robe of eyes would be so Lovecraftian. It would be, holy shit. Let's see.
She'd have to wear it backwards.
Inside out.
Well, the tentacles. The
Oh, it's an eyes thing.
another
Okay.
eyes thing?
Another eyes thing. However, these ones would be the eyes of charming. These crystal
Ooh.
lenses fit over the eyes. They have 3 charges. Whilst wearing them, you can expend 1 charge as an action to cast the Charm Person spell on a humanoid within 30 feet, provided you can see each other.
I'm gonna roll neat on that as the witch and also the cute nerd.
Sure. They require attunement. They regain all expended charges at dawn. Let's see here. It is wondrous. It is uncommon, so it costs an uncommon magical item.
Ooh, I might fight someone for that if
Their eyes of charming.
Uncommon is 100 to 500 GP.
Then these are 300.
I can buy that. Straight up buy that.
Oh, yeah, wait, how much was the robe of eyes? Fuck.
I was just about to ask.
Robe of eyes
I think it's a wondrous
is...
item.
It is wondrous rare? I believe? Yes, wondrous rare. Top end of it. What's the values for rare? You got those down?
Rare is 500 to 5,000.
Robe of eyes. Rare. 500.
Wait.
Shit.
Yeah, no, that thing is, it's an incredible... It can see invisible things within 120 feet. Ethereal things gives you dark vision out to that distance. It's an incredible, incredible fucking robe.
Again, we probably have that in monster parts.
You absolutely have that much in monster parts. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but I want to use that to make fun shit.
Of course.
Yeah.
We could make our own robe of eyes.
You don't have
Blackjack
enough
and
eyes.
hookers.
Alright, who
Well.
wants to roll the next?
I need to go find that spider that just has like 1,000,000 heads or whatever.
Oh.
If we could
Vacuum
find
spider?
some kind of eldritch sheep, we could shear it for some cool wool.
I'm sure we'll find a Rom the Vacuous spider somewhere in this game.
1 second. Let's see here. You said spider with the many, many eyes. Let's see here. Oh yeah, the endless spider.
Endless.
That guy, this friendly fellow.
Oh boy.
Nah.
So who's rolling?
Alright, yeah, who wants to do the next one?
Sure, I'll do
Ooh,
it.
I'll do it.
Okay, go ahead.
Savin, no, Savin was first. You'll get a chance as well, Kina. D12, please,
Okay.
Savin.
Alright, D12. Suck it, nerds.
Can I have 2D100, please?
I rolled another one.
Jesus, fuck shit. Alright.
You're welcome, guys.
It's another wondrous item, isn't it?
Well, no, they're all going to be wondrous. These are gears and wearables. Let's see here. Interesting. What the fuck is that?
That's an interesting thing for a DM to say.
Yeah, I don't want to say it out loud in case it's too broken. Let's see here.
My TM guide go.
Just message it to me and I'll let you know.
I'm searching it. It's cool. Let's see here.
Oh, I found my
That
DM
one
guide.
ain't too bad. That one ain't too bad. So there are two things. One of them is a cloak of Arachnida.
As in, like, the one that lets you climb on walls and everything?
Yes, this fine garment is made of black silk interwoven with faint silvery threads. Whilst wearing it, you gain the following benefits: resistance poison, climbing speed equal to walking. You can move up, down, and across vertical surfaces, and hang upside down along ceilings while your hands are free. You can't be caught in webs of any sort, and you can move through webs as if they were difficult terrain. You can use an action to cast the web spell. The webs created by the spell fills twice its normal area. Once used, the property of the cloak can't be used again until the next dawn. So it casts super web.
And how much is it?
That's the 86. That is a very rare.
Oh, yeah, fuck. Very rare, from 5,000 to 50,000.
Probably 6,500.
Okay. I was waiting for the 25,000. I was like, no. Alright.
It's not that bad.
I mean, look, we're in the realm of money that Thyri can't even comprehend already, so...
And last of all, interesting. God, there's so much shit that I'm just like, I don't. No fucking way. Okay, it was a 96. Let me just double check.
It was a 92.
92, sorry. Okay, oh, it's the one above it then. Which is also retarded. So retarded. That's like level 20 character retarded.
Even if you're not going to give it to us, tell me what it is.
It's a robe of the Archmagi.
Ah!
Oh.
So we're just going to scroll up the step.
Yeah.
away
No,
from
scroll
that.
up from that.
God, the next step was the deck of many things. Scrolling past
Oh,
that again.
come on! You
No.
faggot.
No.
Give me the deck.
No.
We're not
none of
breaking
that.
this game yet. I love it too much.
Yeah, not allowed.
If it comes into this game, I'm giving it to Tower to eat. No.
Y'all motherfuckers just don't know how to have fun.
Stop having
Should
fun
be
the
a-
bad way, Savin.
No.
It should be a Ring of the Ram. A Ring of the Ram
Yes.
is just good fun.
Ring of the Ram is not fun. I've had it in like 3 games. It's fucking, you hit things with it.
But it's silly. You summon a little fawn who headbutts things for you.
That was pretty great.
Alternatively, I could summon a deck that gives me a castle and a bunny waifu.
No.
Okay, calm down there, Sig.
You could also lose all of your possessions.
I could, but
Or have
I'm
like
willing to
yellow
risk
font,
it.
Grim
yeah.
Reaper to kill you.
It's like rolling dice with a
Or get lost
character.
in time and space.
Sometimes you roll 3 18s. Sometimes you roll straight ones. That's
You
just
can
how it
wink
goes.
your fucking daughter out of existence.
I don't think that's a possibility in the deck. I might turn it
Yeah, you
around
say
so that she
that.
hates me.
Oh, that would be bad too. Oh
That would
no.
break Thyri's heart. So, fuck off, dog. She just went over and stuck her entire face in her water bowl, and then came over like, "Daddy, love me." No, you're wet.
Guys?
There we go.
Okay.
Hello?
Server lag. Server broke. I fixed it.
That was interesting.
Yeah, it's just complete robot.
Yeah, I just
Everyone's
changed up
robots.
Discord. I changed Discord server to fix it. It's fine.
Beep boop.
So did you hear what I
No.
was saying?
Nope.
Not even a little bit.
Have you guys seen the YouTube video of the husky who stuck her entire head in her water bowl and just started blowing bubbles?
Yes. Yes. It's
So
adorable.
cute.
I've not seen that video, but I've also seen the real thing.
Yeah.
Just come on, fucking drown yourself. I dare you.
Yeah. The last item is a robe of stars.
Ooh.
And Anna, would you like to make your roll? Sorry, yes, I suppose I should read it. This black or dark blue robe is embroidered with small white or silver stars. You gain a +1 bonus to saving throws while you wear it. 6 stars located on the robe's upper front portion are particularly large. Whilst wearing this robe, you can use an action to pull off one of the stars and use it to cast a magic missile as a 5th level spell.
What rarity is
Daily,
this?
daily at dusk, 1d6 removed stars reappear on the robe. Whilst you're
Very rare.
wearing the robe, you can use an action to enter the astral plane along with everything you're wearing and carrying. You remain there until you use an action to return to the plane you were on. You reappear in the last space you occupied, or if that space is occupied, the nearest unoccupied space.
Holy shit.
Again, it's very rare.
Yeah, but
This one's the one that's going to cost $25,000.
yeah, that's real potent.
Cool.
Get your head out of the trash, you asshole.
As a
Yes.
warlock who has only 2 spells to cast, I very much enjoy the idea of the magic missile part of that robe.
I like the go into the astral plane and then never come back.
Just leave your daughter.
Yeah,
Leave your
that
wife
is the fuck this shit, I'm out button of the century. Who?
21,000.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, climbing into the astral plane and firing multiple 5th level magic missiles is no small thing, as well as the fact that it's just a flat bonus to saves. It's not as broken as the Robe of the Archmage, though. You know what that motherfucker does?
Actually, yeah, what does that do in 5e?
Let's see here. Robe of the
Ar-
Archmage.
Armor class is 15 plus Dex. You advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects, and your save DCs and spell attack bonus each increase by 2.
Oh, okay. That's just the
Not
best
too
shit
bad,
ever.
but
Just the best thing if you're a caster.
Yeah, literally the best thing to have if you're a caster.
and
Also,
Saoirse
yeah,
cannot attune to it.
why can she not?
Only
Oh, some
warlocks,
sort of warlock or
sorcerers, and
wizard.
wizards.
Correct, yeah, sorry.
Well,
The robe's
But
color
she-
responds to the alignment the item was created, so white for good, grey for neutral, black for evil. You can't attune to a Robe of the Archmage that doesn't correspond to your alignment. Really, they
But
should have
alignments are
gone...
stupid, so no one cares
Yeah.
about that.
I'd have ignored it. I'd be like, when you wear it, it shows your quote-unquote alignment instead, which is more interesting.
Besides, Saoirse prefers like tight leather, anyways.
That's true. Yeah, alright, Kina. Want to take the last D12 and D hundo?
Sure.
Jesus, you guys are the high rolls. Surely you want to roll a little bit lower so you can afford some of this shit.
I mean, I did.
Alright, and 13.
Is a 6
Okay.
better?
No, you don't get to try again.
Oh. Okay.
Let us see here. What the fuck are you?
ow!
Rude.
Rude.
Bit my
Just double
nose,
check.
you asshole.
Bit your nose.
Yeah, she's sitting in my lap now.
Just leaned on up and
Yeah,
num.
just chomp.
Okay,
Thanks, dog.
the last item is a cloak of the bat.
Ooh, that
that's
lets you
a
turn
flying
into a
one.
bat, doesn't it?
Yeah, whilst wearing this cloak, you have advantage on dexterity stealth. In an area of dim light or darkness, you can grip the edges of the cloak with both hands and use it to fly at a speed of 40.
Ah.
If you ever fail to grip the cloak's edges whilst flying this way, or if you are no longer in dim light or darkness, you lose your flying speed. Whilst wearing the cloak in an area of dim light or darkness, you can use your action to cast Polymorph on yourself, transforming into a bat. Whilst you're in the form of a bat, you retain Intelligence, Wisdom, and Charisma scores, but can't be used this way again until the next dawn.
That was just a rare.
Yep.
Ooh. Does that require attunement?
Yes.
Of course it does.
Oh.
I was going to say there's a lot that requires attunement. There's actually a lot that doesn't as well.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Pretty sure all of these require attunement.
Yeah, I'm attunement locked right now.
Yes, I believe so. You get a bag of beans. Good old magic bag of beans.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 3 items attuned right now, so I can't attune anymore, and they're all really good, so I don't particularly want to swap any of them out.
Alternatively, I have 0 attunements.
Oh,
Yep,
well.
same here.
I have one.
Anna, you should definitely
Yep.
try and get the Cloak of Starlight. Just
Huh?
The Robe of Stars.
pull all that platinum Father Ariandel gave you, and buy the Cloak of Starlight. Ow!
That's
God
only like
damn it, dog.
Robe of,
that's
Robe of
only like
Stars.
1,000 gold.
Well, I don't know, man.
That's 1/21th of the cost of that robe.
Can you
Oh,
make a
did you mean
haggle
Cloak of the
roll?
Bat?
Not really a way to haggle this down.
I
You've
haven't.
already been giving you're already
know.
giving mates rates.
What I would like to do is I would like to make an item that does the magic missile part of that spell of that robe and not the astral plane teleportation.
I mean, if you ask this workshop to do something like that, they could certainly arrange it. Bless you, dog.
Orc.
Sneeze, sneeze, sneeze.
Because her face is still full of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they can try and make that for you instead.
Oh. But I was gonna make it.
All
I mean,
right, I
you can-
think.
you can certainly be the one to try and make it in. Yeah, sure.
All right, so everyone's fine with me selling off like one of the big teeth of the storm beast to buy the bonus, yeah?
Knock yourself out, bro.
Sure.
I mean, one of the big bones, right? You've only got one Storm Beast Large Tooth left.
No. Oh yeah, one of the large bones. Yeah, 12. So I'll sell off one of those. So that'll give me 200 GP on top of my thing. I just need to do quick math real quick.
Sure. I was gonna say, like, we can worry about the actual purchasing and stuff later. And indeed, there's only so much you can make in a week. If you would like these guys to also try and make a thing for you, they'd be happy to do so at like a nominal fee.
Um, so, Jeanette is going to pick up Saoirse and deposit her flying next to Benjamin.
Yep.
And, hey Anna,
Yes.
come over and have a sleepover sometime.
Oh,
Make
that's
feel
actually fun. Clap,
but
clap,
for
clap.
now, I have to go and show my wife how much I missed her. Be back
She seems very amenable
eventually.
to this.
When are we having a sleepover?
Just gonna, like,
Later.
then I'm
Busy
just gonna
now.
ship you guys out.
Okay.
Swoop.
So, we use the +2 accessory, right?
No, you had multiple.
Oh, we had multiple ones.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one still stands. You've not used that +2 yet.
Where the fuck did we get these?
I can't fucking remember.
I was almost sure that we got the 1 +2 accessory from me disenchanting that cursed ass ring.
Could I use that to have this starlight thing made?
Well, hold on. I don't think this exists, is the thing.
Oh. Does it not exist?
I don't think it does.
Oh no.
Like, I don't want to fuck us out of resources, but I'm pretty sure this doesn't exist. Like, we had one and we used it.
Okay, if you spent the Residium, then it is a gonzo.
And who took the Boots of the Hinterlands?
I did because
Jeanette.
Jeanette has them.
yeah, because I've had multiple times because I have to be really close to heal people. I've had multiple times where you guys have run off into the snow and I've had to trundle after you.
Alright, I'm just gonna reorganize our stuff here to be a little neater.
Cute.
I just bought the Eyes of Charming. It's on my character sheet now. I've subtracted the platinum for it.
Okay.
It's a done deal.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I did the same for Bodis.
Cool.
What the hell is a
Alright then.
resalvaged axe with one unknown half a pelvis?
That
Oh,
was
that was
one
when.
of that Minotaur.
Yep.
That you guys
Yup.
took with you.
Okay. Is that magic?
I mean, it's got half a great beast part on it, but it's an unidentifiable one. It's just a slightly more mean, large-sized axe.
Okay. So it's not worth anything, really.
Not really, no.
It was funny though.
I'll keep it in our inventory. Why not?
Do you knock up your wife? Does she want to be knocked up is the question. She is aware that she is a tiefling and doesn't particularly want to spawn a brood horde when you're an adventurer still, so I think she takes the tea. Yeah, most tieflings are quite careful about, like, not getting knocked up, considering the whole, like, immortality portion, and the breeding slaves thing. It's not a great time.
Yeah, most
Gee.
tieflings.
Most.
She's not my slave. She's my beloved wife who inherits everything when I die.
This is true, but, I mean, still, producing children when you're still technically a slave race seems like a bit of a thing that you wouldn't really want to do on a whim.
It's not like she's a member of the Tiefling Resistance at all.
Nope.
That would be silly.
Deus Teeth.
So
Or in this case, Deus Slut.
Alright, I've revised our loot, so this should be up to date now.
Let's take a peek at what you got going on here. Loot. Stone beast, clam crab. Just okay beasts. Alright. Yep, seems about right to me. And then, yeah, between you guys, you can figure out if there's any of that you want to sell off.
So speaking of which, selling shit off,
Sure.
could these charming ladies in germs take these boulet hides and perhaps make them into some armor, like leather or studded leather, preferably armor?
Sure, they can do that for you. They'll take that off your hands, charge probably like just 25 gold for the works cost, and produce them. They won't technically be magic, but they would be masterwork. And the Magma Boulet one would probably have something inherently more useful about it.
I think like fire resistance or something.
Not powerful enough for that. More like it would protect you from heat. Like, as in, like exposure-based heat.
Well, how do
Or
we
keep you warm,
get
actually.
it to be magic? Could we
by
take
investing
some?
great beast parts.
Yeah, could we take like a pint of vital burning blood
Yeah,
and combine that with a magma boulet hide?
yeah, that would make it magic.
Excellent. So I would like to do that. How many hides do they need for one suit of studded leather?
How much hide for a suit of studded? Let's see here. Do GM roll. Probably 2 or 3 hides.
So,
It's likely that you could get, let's see here, 2 like magma armors effectively, and 2 masterwork leathers.
right, well, I don't need the masterwork leather. I already got that. But yeah, I'd like to get 2 suits of magma boulet, like studded leather. That would be great.
Sure. Heck, they'll just take the other boulet hides as payment if you'd like.
Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I don't. Do any of you need armor and don't have it for some reason?
Well, I mean,
No,
I've just basically given up armor for 19 charisma.
Okay.
I was thinking about getting something, making something, some maybe out of that glutton crab armor plate, chitin plates, making a breastplate out of it.
Okay. Well, that's not a boule, so I will give them all of our boule.
All right, sure. They will. It'll take them a week, but they'll produce 2 in that time.
We'll get some spicy meatball.
Yeah. Don't forget to take off a pint of burning blood.
Ah, yes, of course, right.
I'm not allowed
Uh,
armor.
No.
Do they need 2 pints of vital blood for 2 suits of armor, or just the one?
Roll me a d2
Okay.
and put the onus on you. They need 2.
Okay. Excellent.
But yeah, there are plenty of other things in this place. For one, they have a particularly decent smithy who can do similar things, but with actually, like, weapons and armor. For one.
Yes, those things most of us don't use because we're the
Because,
squishy
yeah, exactly.
party.
Yeah, no, there's a reason this was just got more, like, background in it, because,
Hey.
let's face it, I was pretty sure you guys wouldn't be hanging out here.
well, I wear armor.
Do you?
I've just been cool with my scale mail this entire time. But yeah, I wear scale mail.
You've been wearing heavy armor this whole time?
Artificers can wear scale mail, so I do that on, and I think scale mail is medium armor.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. I'm thinking. Yeah.
It's why I have a disadvantage on stealth checks, because I jingle every time I walk.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could get your existing armor enchanted.
Oh, God, scales.
Maybe. I have like advantage on everything when I'm forging in the tower, so
Yeah. Speaking of, then, there are other things, of course, that you can do in this town. Besides the blacksmith, there is a nice tavern where you can drink. There is also a gambling den, although it's only being represented by, like, 2 tables. There are multiple tables if you would like to try some of that ancient art of gambling.
All right, I've got little money to burn. Let's do a little bit of gambling.
That's what I like to hear. When you enter the gambling den, you can see that it is being operated by a half-orc woman. Then there is just like a man who is handing like money chips, essentially. He holds them out. They're just little wooden tiles representative of money. He's got a little safe resting next to him. You just write in the details and he can exchange that so you can play with it.
And also, Titian is here.
Yeah, Titian is there, as I said before.
Alright,
He's at the
then.
table gambling with her lady. And he's a smart cookie, but she's also a professional gambler. So he's having. In fact, let's see here. It was even
Where did
last time
Titian
I
get
GM
money?
rolled.
Also, does he have clothes now?
I feel like at some point some salamanders gave him like a robe, but he actually is probably not really wearing any clothing. Still, he's just like naked underneath it.
Okay, I'll just mark off a couple gold and go find Titian some clothes.
Sure. That shouldn't be an issue around here. They also have guilds for tailors and stuff. You can probably get him a nice some nice.
He doesn't have any
clothing.
money, but he's betting a good time off of.
Yeah, they're
Off of
betting
their
for who's
bets.
going to be on top.
Yep. If anyone asks, he bet someone else basically that, and then it gave him enough money to actually be able to play a table. Yeah, let's see here. How's he doing?
Delightful.
Let's pull up your little sheet, my dude.
Oh, is Henry going to live with Natalie?
I mean, having a young orc around the house when you're a pregnant adventurer is probably not a bad idea.
And yeah, if he wants
I'm
to
fine
stay
with
there.
this.
I was going to bring him back to the Jarl's castle, but yeah, this is probably equally as good.
All right, let's see. How you doing?
Oh, Miss Henry.
Oh, Titian's doing really well.
Holy shit, Titian.
Turns out all that watching wasn't in vain. He's doing quite strongly at the table.
Yeah, he's got a lot of insight. built up.
Sure. Okay, so there are multiple people that you can try and gamble with, Cynthia.
Okay.
Would you call yourself an accomplished gambler and player of table games?
I wouldn't say I'm especially accomplished, but I think I'm all right at it.
Okay, okay. Let's see here. There is just like a human guy dressed in average clothing who insists he's like okay at this all. Let's see here. There you are. He'll play against you at the table.
Cool.
Now
Cool.
then, you can use deception checks in place of intelligence in order to sleight of hand to cheat a little bit. This has the obvious reality of, although being a technically easier DC, if you fluff it, you were caught cheating.
Okay. Is there another option like using insight to try and read the opponent to see what they'll do and try and bluff them out using that?
You could certainly try and use insight, but it becomes a contested challenge as opposed to a DC meet.
Oh, that's fine. I have advantage on insight anyway.
Okay. I'm not even going to bother rolling. You'll get advantage on your intelligence check.
Cool. Cool.
I can't beat that even if I crit. Alright. 16 is honestly enough to come even with this guy, but let's have a look here. Nope, you take him for a ride.
Alright, clean house.
Yeah, no, you easily scrape 5 gold out of this dude before he's just like, well, I'm shit at this game, and leaves.
No.
He said, I'm thinking like, I'm okay at this game, and then you just rinsed him. Yeah, enjoy your 5 gold.
Cool. Cool. Bumps me up to like 93 now.
Very good. Yeah. 3, 2, 95 that. There you go. Titian has some money now. Yeah, there are multiple entrances into Ye Olde Watering Hole. There's like an open room here that you just sort of enter into, or you can go in through the casino and up into the resting room. But there is wine and beer and mulled drinks of tastiness.
Excellent.
Also, at some point, Astra might pilfer some delicious strawberries from you.
She is welcome to as many
Stray,
strawberries
hold
as
back,
she wants.
please.
Grey hand in the slips. Yeah, alright. Just making sure everyone gets up to their business. So, yeah, alright then. That's how most of your day would go. Jeanette, are you intending to go to the tower that very night?
What time is it when I steal off with my wife?
You probably are wrapped up around like 6 p.m. Your companions have no doubt finished shopping and bartering and all of that stuff, and they're all like retired to Ye Olde Drink Place to gamble and write.
Okay. Anna, Squiggles, let's go home.
Huh? What? Oh,
We're gonna go to my
oh.
house.
Okay. I was gonna get your friends to do something for me, but okay.
Well, this is
Oh,
much later.
you would have this is much later, so you would have been able to. There's the
Okay.
answer than 30 miles.
As the crow flies.
As the crow flies. 20 is about 35 miles.
Excellent. Then I will... Boop.
Yep.
Gonna
He would-
send him an email.
Yeah, I'm sure he would appreciate that.
I'll compose a message while you deal with everyone else.
Sure thing. Send him a sext. Doesn't exist in this setting. It was a saving game. Also, it'd be really weird to use an animal messenger to sext them. Craw!
Well, no,
What are you
that's
wearing,
pretty
handsome? Craw!
Jesus.
I'm not wearing any panties. Craw! Oh, well, what's this, Craw?
Oh, yeah. Why did you make it this bad? That bad? Why? Shame on you, Scow.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, do you want to go to the tower in the evening?
Gonna pick up Anna and Squiggles and head out there with Saoirse in tow. Because
Is that me?
Tower doesn't like a lot of visitors at once. He gets grumpy.
Oh,
Don't worry, there's a watering hole that you can drink in and people to hang out and flirt with.
I mean, I guess if you really wanna,
I mean, I was there, so.
Tower might be grumpy though.
I am very excited to see your house. I've heard so much things.
Yay!
It's like the best place ever, right?
It is.
Okay, I'm just gonna go over here. The walk up to the tower is very much as you remember it. Simple stone steps, a little bit chilly. They're probably slightly icy now from like rain freezing over. The typical way of things, but you're all used to, walking in such weather considering the, world you've grown up in. There are a number of signs as you walk past that appear to have various warnings of like, there's a properly written one that's like, to whom it may concern, this tower is not a place to visit without the accompaniment of a Hauptmann under danger of death. And then there is one that is a no, really, go away. And then after that, a big skull and crossbones that says, keep out, danger of death. And when you reach it, the door to the tower looks very nondescript, very normal. There is a little signboard, sorry, not signboard, like a little mailbox that says Hauptmann on it.
Watch yourself on the walk up. The crater can kind of start sliding.
Okay, I'll be careful. I'm looking at my feet. Mm,
The tower is in the center of a massive crater.
Yep. The crater is being thankfully quite still, which is always nice.
All right, cool.
And yeah,
I'm going
when-
to. Okay, sorry.
when you reach the door, there's, although, nothing visibly watching you, the sensation that you're being watched is undeniable. It's probably eerie and unsettling to Viv and partially so to Saoirse, although, such strangeness washes over Anna like, water off a duck's back.
I'm going to wave at the tower.
The tower waves back. I don't know.
I am going to open the door. How many corpses are in my foyer?
So, as you enter, the foyer isn't where you remember it being. It's probably moved at some point. You're pretty sure it's like it's climbed off somewhere.
Tower.
There's like a little window in the room that you enter into, and when you look into it, you can see that the foyer is like on the side of the tower, peeking out, and it's probably dumped bodies into the crater instead.
Hi, tower. I'm home. This is my. Oh, I'm at. This is my daughter. This is Saoirse Hauptmann. She is a. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I love that.
It's a kitty cat.
Bueno.
This is.
That is the most bueno face.
I mean, that picture usually has the caption "Bueno."
Oh, God.
This is my daughter, Saoirse Hauptmann. As Hauptmann, she is, entitled to wander these halls. So if you could put the sigil on her real quick, please, Tower.
Alright, there is a long, extended moment where it seems that nothing is happening, and then Saoirse suddenly sneezes. Hattie! Ah, I hope I didn't just snot my mask. And then when she pulls her hand away from her face, you can see that there's like a little tiny imprint in her palm that then fades away into nothingness. Ooh!
Yay! And this is my friend Anna. This is her familiar and friend Squiggles.
She's my
And
Squiggles.
this is Viv. They are going to be our guests tonight, so please don't hurt them.
Hi, Tower. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so confused.
All right.
Yep.
So
Jeanette
this
has
is
told
Tower.
me so much about you. You are the best house.
Yes. Tower likes to be told that he's the best house and the most handsome host, and he's the best thing to ever exist. So remember to compliment him.
Nod.
It's a very pretty tower.
Don't wander into places you shouldn't. Tower is very protective, and some of these rooms are his, and neither me or Dad are allowed in. Well, Dad goes in sometimes, but you'll know because the door won't open, and if you try to open it, it'll zap you a little bit. Those are Tower's rooms. Don't go in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright then. So, this was actually the room you walked into as you opened the door. As is Tower's wont, occasionally rooms will rearrange themselves in order of importance. Although for some reason it looks like the cheese room has been smashed into the workshop room.
Jeez.
I do like what you've done with the place, Tower.
Yep, Tower has its own tastes occasionally. The cat is a new addition, as is the mysterious runic sphere that's just like. Thankfully, this one is like lying inert on the ground as opposed to bobbing on ominously, but it is resting inside some kind of like metalline cage.
I didn't know you got a cat, Tower. That's awesome. You got him a very large ball to play with.
The cat will drop off of the table. Like, how cats elegantly land off of things?
Mhm.
This cat does not land elegantly off of things. It just sort of steps off the table and thump, and then it gets up normally, pretending it didn't just land embarrassingly poorly before padding over.
A cat. Oh.
Bueno.
Mm.
Neat.
Oh,
Does it actually say bueno?
Bueno.
it does. I'm going to
So,
very slowly approach the cat because I know animals don't like Anna. Oh, is it going to get resting? Is it going to get scared?
It
So-
like squints at you before the cat speaks. Beyond saying bueno. Jeanette, my wonderful daughter, you're back.
Oh.
Dad?
Yes, it is I. And then while he's speaking, he's like doing the cat lean, with the leg up so he can lick his own butt.
Huh.
How are you doing, Jeanette?
I'm doing good. Introducing people to Tower. I was about to tell them about the dish, but I guess I can tell them some other time.
Oh no, please do go ahead. I think I saw an interesting piece of string over here somewhere. Just sort of
All right,
walks
Dad.
away again.
Okay. I'm now more confused.
Your dad is a cat? That's the coolest.
Apparently he's a cat now. Oh, so this dish by the door. This is more for Saoirse than the two of you, but I'm sure Tower will be accommodating. Saoirse, if you ever want to have lunch money to go in town, you ask Tower very, very nicely, and he'll give you a little bit to get food. Just, remember, he's not a bank, so don't, take a bunch of stuff to go and blow on, I don't know, gambling, clothes. And also don't ask where he gets the money. It's rude.
I'll add that, while Jeanette says all of this stuff, for this entire time, although there's still that, faint sensation that you're being constantly watched, the tower has been, silent. It doesn't seem to be making noises or sounds. There's not even, that surreptitious creaking that old buildings like to make. The cat will look up at you, Anna. I don't know about that. Yesterday I was on fire and a bird.
Really?
Yes.
Like a phoenix.
And today you're a cat.
Sure.
You're a cat.
Today I'm a cat. I'm
What
still
are you
trying to get the
tomorrow?
hang. I don't know. That's part of the enjoyment and excitement. At some
Oh.
point, I'm sure I'll land on me.
Oh, hey, Dad. This
Yes.
is your granddaughter, Saoirse.
Why, hello there, my darling. Sort of do the cat walk through Anna and squiggles his legs. My wonderful daughter, please come give Grandpa a hug.
Yay, kidding.
Mlem.
Dad, I kept your book safe. Do you want it back?
Oh, goodness me, I can't read at the moment. Cats can't read, don't you know? You can hang on to it until I can again.
That makes
That does
sense.
make
Animals
sense.
can't read.
It's true.
But apparently they can talk.
You're right, I should be...
And he stopped talking.
Clap your hands if you believe.
Saoirse just can't speak with animals to talk to him.
Meow, meow, meow.
Meow,
Yeah,
meow,
instead
meow,
though,
meow.
Alex is instead saying meow meow to her, like, as actual words, so they don't mean anything.
God damn it.
So, brought over a couple of my friends. I didn't bring over all of them because I know Tower doesn't like a bunch of guests at once. Yeah, I asked Kalar if she wanted to come over. She declined. She said Tower gave her a really bad headache last time.
You get the sensation that Tower understands, really.
Cool.
Yeah.
So,
Currently, you are in the workshop / cheese room, as it is currently turned into.
I'm gonna have some cheese. Once
Yes,
with
it's real nice. There's like huge, great big wheels of different cheeses.
We're gonna eat cheese, and it'll be the best.
Yep.
alright. So,
Does Anna get through an entire wheel?
Probably.
Yeah.
I
Squiggles
would
2
be
will make
surprised
an
if she
entire
didn't.
wheel disappear. Norm. Yeah, Viv, you've stepped into a realm of madness. How do you
Yeah,
feel?
I've noticed this. I wrote this on myself.
You did. You did. You also, you know, stole the gift of speech away from Cat Dad.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm sure he'll have a different something or other the next day.
This thing you can do is to just not question anything and just be accepting of all strange things.
I can only do so much.
Yep.
It's at least in her character to be the straight man, so I'm gonna have to question most things here.
Very true. But yeah, there's a very nice magical workshop over there, if you would like to look into the various tools. And also the mysterious rune-covered orb, which was a new attraction there, Jeanette, that you've noticed. Sort of
yeah, Dad
resting
got
in a depression that's in the ground.
Dad got a new ball. Hey, Dad, have you tried licking it yet?
Although the gift of speech has been stolen from your father, this cat, in the way that cats are able to look like just at people as though they're the stupidest people in the world, the cat looks at you as though to say, "Of course I fucking licked the ball. What are you, crazy?"
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't say any of that, and cats always have that expression because they always look like assholes when they look at the origin of sound. You say, "Hey, cat," to a cat, it will look at you, and that cat will look at you in a way that says, "I think you're an idiot," as all cats always do.
Alright, you guys mill about here. I need to be right back. Hey, Tower, where did you move the flesh crafting room?
A door opens itself before you, into a corridor full of doors. Instinctively, you know which door will take you to the correct room.
Okay. Lock behind me if you would, Tower. Be right back, guys.
Sure.
Bye.
Into the expanse of blackness.
Okay.
Saoirse is just playing with Cat Dad. And Viv, you're alone in the land of madness.
I'm so worried.
Leave while you still can.
I might have to.
You might hurt the
Uh,
tower's feelings.
I'm going to enter the flesh crafting room where there's a lot of like body parts and formaldehyde, and I'm going to reach into my bag of holding. I'm still amazed that none of you saw this happened other than Scow. So, you remember that chick that you got the book from that Kona colded Saoirse and nearly killed her?
Mm-hmm.
Man, it'd be a pity if I had removed her head and put it in formaldehyde. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna make a flesh golem. Hey, Tower, where did we put the torso? Where did I put the torso of the person who called Kalara a racial epithet?
There's a moment's consideration, like a pregnant tension in the air, and then you're pretty sure it's the cupboard on the left.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Tower. I'm gonna make you a flesh golem to clean up around the place. You'll have your own little servant. Oh, I just needed to drop this off. Thanks, Tower. Can I go back, please?
The door unlocks itself.
Thank you, Tower. All right, guys, I'm back.
Hi, Jeanette.
The door gently closes.
Just had to drop off some parts for one of our new creations. Hey, Dad, I
Oh.
need help with that later if you ever stop being a cat.
Bueno.
Thanks, Dad.
Excellent. And now you have seen the mind of Jeanette. You know, it turns out Jeanette was behind the zombies, but she just can't fucking remember doing it. Same with Anna. They both did it.
Yeah. Stray told me about the flesh golem plan.
Jesus Christ.
She did it very openly. You guys just never, because you guys were talking to the Tiefling dude the entire time and you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, she just like went up and did it. I was like, wait, are you doing what? And he's like, yeah, sure. And I'm saying it out loud and all. And they were like, okay, cool. And then continuing on with it. I'm like, fair, sure, go ahead. Back then, I did
Everyone's
not
so
know
used
about
to the madness, they're just like, yeah, sure,
I'm
whatever.
pretty sure I wasn't around for that one.
I don't remember. Maybe you were. Maybe you were.
I fucking don't even.
Well, maybe they shouldn't have Kono colded Saoirse. You'll live very long if you don't do that. And
You will live
if
long
recall,
and you will prosper.
Yeah, and if you recall, in literally episode 1, I implied that I murdered a man in cold blood. Never told you why, though.
Always fun.
Well, now we know.
Yay!
Well, you don't know, because Tower keeps all my secrets.
In character, we don't know, but out of character. Jesus Christ, Jeanette.
Tower keeps all the secrets. That cat has probably, whilst as a cat, been responsible for a lot of death.
Listen, we have never made great beasts here and then unleashed them on the countryside.
No.
That's never happened.
Never
Oh.
once.
Yeah, sure it hasn't.
Okay.
Especially not from the screaming room.
Well, that's also Tower's room, and Dad's only been allowed there in there once.
Yeah, no,
It's
he's
just
only
a
gone in the
room.
screaming room like once. It's just a room
Yeah.
that screams, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's just a room that screams. I don't know why Tower likes it so much.
It's just his favourite room.
Wow.
Your dad went in there once and then left again like, oh, it really is just a room that screams.
Yeah, that's the only way I know. And Dad told me.
I want to find this room and then have a screaming contest with it.
Nah, Tower doesn't want people going in his special rooms, but you can try and scream at the closed door.
I want to scream at the closed door.
Sure, you can scream at the closed door. So yeah, hey Viv, are you staying the night? There are actually some very comfy bedrooms in the tower. Like when it's time for sleep, there's like a 4-poster bedroom. There's like a little mini bar with like drinks and snacks in it. Like think expensive hotel bedroom. Basically that.
I both do and don't want to, but I have no reason not to out of character, other than it's insane.
Really? You have no reason not to? Their dad's a fucking cat.
Bueno.
I mean, it's insane, but I don't really know how insane, just from what.
Leave, motherfucker.
Get out while you can.
Saoirse flies towards a door and then clicks it open and gasps in delight when she sees that it has been Saoirse themed. It's covered
Yeah.
in fairies and plants and shit.
Ooh.
The Warhammer 40k quote for this place is "Only the insane will prosper." Now I'm gonna lick that giant orb.
Oh yeah, of course you can look the orb.
Sounds like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna not spend the night here now.
Oh. Come on. You should spend the night here.
All
Does
right,
it
so
taste
you have to
like
sort.
persuasion?
So yeah, you have to like climb over a barrier. And when you lick the orb, can you please make an intelligence test for me?
Sure thing. There will be +1 on this. Intelligence. Ooh, nope.
Tastes like tower.
Okay.
What does tower taste like? Agent Orange?
Schnozberries. We just went over
Schnozberries.
this.
Pretty much. I can now actually only think of when Alex is in person for me just looks like Gene Wilder.
Yeah, you're not far off.
Just fucking Willy Wonka is just how he dresses and looks all the time.
That's what I expect, yeah.
I mean, he's the most successful alchemist and artificer, so, he's kind of like Willy Wonka, that Willy Wonka was the best at chocolates. But do I get a flying elevator? Or does Tower just kind of shoot me out of a cannon?
I think just occasionally you open a door and it turns out to be an Italian.
No, there's like a spiral slide that you just run out, that you fall out of. It dumps you outside.
There's the Escher painting room where you step into it and the stairs are everywhere.
I remember that room. I literally spent 3 days in there. Also,
It was
didn't need to
actually
eat or
10
drink when I
seconds.
was in there. It was really weird.
Yeah, it was only 10 seconds.
Oh, I don't believe you.
I want to explore everything in this tower that I can get into.
Alright, I'm gonna need to get an intelligence save from you, please.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
Alright. So, there is one room, as you're going through these little corridors and like peeking at little doors and getting zapped by a handful of them, that you are compelled to look into. When you reach out to grab the handle for it, for a moment it feels like it's going to zap you, but there's like this pulse of energy. It crackles through your arm, but it sort of disperses as opposed to like completes an arc and shocks you, as though you were suddenly insulated. And you look down and there's just like a little mat underneath your feet. Looks like it's made of some kind of like squidgy rubbery material and it says welcome on it.
Ah.
Apparently, you're now allowed in.
When you click open
Thank you
the
very
door,
much.
when you click open the door and let go of the handle, you can see that it discharges a dangerous quantity of electricity, but it does so directly into the door frame. And you blink, and there's no welcome mat underneath you. That was kind of strange.
Oh, it's gone.
But the door is open.
Okay,
What's
I don't like
inside?
where this is going now.
All right. When you enter the room is a mouth. The room is a mouth, a maw covered in sharp, endless teeth, and you can see that there is a tongue resting across the bottom of it. Sort of a plain, like, pale tongue.
I didn't know you had a mouth tower. Ooh. Oh, ooh. I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what to do. And I reach in my bag and I pull out Drake bacon.
Okay.
And I'm going to feed the tower.
Okay. You pull out a hunk of bacon, and you throw it in, and it rests on the tongue. And the tongue sort of retracts deeper into the room again, as though it were like scooping it into some kind of esophagus further back. and you can see where the tongue used to be there is still a plain wooden floor. Although this wooden floor is covered in runes, you can recognize them. They're all smiley, cheerful shapes, happy stars and love hearts.
Oh, no.
Look at all the pretty drawings.
Oh god, no.
When you're going to walk into it, though, you feel a Squiggle's hand on your shoulder.
Huh?
She squeaks at you to what you would recognize as inquisitively, like, where are you going?
Oh, the funny room. With all the pretty paintings.
Squiggles sort of peeks over your shoulder and looks into the room before squeaking again in a way that indicates that she doesn't understand.
Do you not see any pretty paintings inside? There's all these like funny drawings, and there was a big mouth, and I fed the mouth. There was a big tongue.
Squiggles will sort of look around the room again. When you turn to look into it afterwards, it just looks like a plain empty room, in fact. Just plain wooden floors, wooden walls, wooden ceiling.
Oh, it's all gone.
Sorry, plaster ceiling even. There are a couple of gentle lamps crossing the walls. They look artful and plain, filling the room with a warm glow. You get another questioning squeak from Squiggles.
Oh, that's weird. There was something in there. There were like all these pretty paintings and pictures, and there was this big tongue and a mouth, and I put bacon on the tongue, and then the tongue went inside and they ate it. That's all I know. Oh well.
Yeah. Squiggles will shrug, and as you step away from the room, the door will close. Or are you walking in?
No, I'm going away. There's nothing in there interesting in there now.
Okay.
I hope you liked the bacon tower. Come on, Squiggles, let's go explore more.
Sure. When you continue your
I should go tell
exploration-
Jeanette about the mouth. I'm gonna find Jeanette.
Okay, sure. Jeanette's probably working in a little workshop of stuff. Again, if you want to craft things while you're in the tower, you do indeed have advantage on it. Although it's late in the evening, so you don't really get a chance to get started on any work.
Oh wait,
No, I'm just gonna lay out some of my plans.
Okay, so you're not working on anything. Okay. I know not to bother you too much when you're working on something.
Nope, just getting the broad strokes down on paper.
Okay. Jeanette! I was exploring the tower, and your house is so cool. The tower is the best.
I know, right?
There's all these funny rooms. It is so cool to explore. I found this one room just now, like a minute ago. And it was like the room, it was kind of locked, but then it was just like, then there was this mat there, and then the room let me in. It was a nice welcome mat. But when I opened the room, it was just this big mouth. Like with a huge tongue. And I fed the tongue. I think I was feeding the tower. I fed it some bacon.
Have I been in that room before?
No, you've never heard of such a room.
Slow blink.
And a cat will slowly walk its way up here.
Dad, I didn't know we had a big mouth room.
Cat turns its head to you. Bueno. And then sniffs at Anna's feet before hissing and scampering away.
Huh?
Huh.
Aww.
That's weird.
Hey, Jeanette. This is probably something you've never felt from the tower before. Probably, you're not even sure it was real for a brief moment, but you'd swear the tower was hungry. It doesn't know hunger in the same terrestrial sense that people usually do. But for some reason, you suspect that the tower is hungry. And for once, it might not be safe for someone to be here, even with your blessing.
Oh. Anna?
Yeah?
Tower's not feeling well. We'll have to do a
Aw.
sleepover some other time.
Okay.
Sorry, but, when he gets in a mood, only Hauptmanns are allowed in the house. Otherwise, he gets mad.
Oh. That makes sense. Okay.
Feed me, Seymour.
Are you gonna stay here?
Yeah, I've got some work to do, and I'm gonna
Okay.
spend. Well, I've got to talk to my dad, and then and start working on a project. But I'm gonna be spending a lot of our time back in town, cause
Oh, we're leaving? That's a shame.
I have a wife, and she doesn't really like Tower so much, even though she's, I guess, technically a Hauptmann now. Um, she just doesn't like being here. She says the
Hmm.
perspective is wrong on some of the rooms.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I will cross my Ina's eyes will cross for a moment. I don't know. It looks fine to me.
Yeah, I don't really know what she's talking about, but
Okay. Well, I guess we'll go then. We'll go find. We'll go find. Oh, we'll go find Thyria and Natalie. Wait. No. Wait. I don't know that name.
Yeah.
Cynthia. That's what I meant. Oh. Hey. Ooh. Ooh. Hey, Viv. I'm gonna run over and grab Viv's hand.
Uh-huh.
We should go do that massage thing now.
Let's do
You wanted
that.
to, you want that,
Yes.
right? I almost forgot. I almost forgot.
I'm glad you didn't.
Bye, Jeanette. Bye, Tower. We'll be back later.
Bye.
bye,
Yeah.
guys.
And as
Oh,
they
maybe-
leave, you, Jeanette, you notice your father, the cat, watch them depart before looking up at you, concerned look on his cat face, before he then pads off to go play with some string that he found. It looks pretty cool.
That's weird.
And at that, we're going to call the session to a close for the day.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah, I assumed you were
Congrats.
crazy, but Jesus Christ.
Congratulations, guys. My home is literally a dungeon.
Can we leave?
Yeah, can we never come back to this place?
Nope. Too bad I'm here now.
Guys, the tower
Dug in
has,
like a pig.
has so many lair actions you don't even fucking know.
Can we leave now?
I don't want to go visit the tower.
No.
I just want
Can we
Yeah.
just leave?
Look,
I
if
want to
Jeanette-
go home to
if-
my husband.
Yeah, if Jeanette and Alex weren't around for this tower, it would literally be like an endgame level dungeon to explore and go through. It has so many lair actions.
Bye.
I don't want to find out
Like,
about the
root-
lair actions.
Like rooms that go into different places, doors that are actually tables, abilities that fuck with the mind to change perspective, things for just like randomly bursting into flames, but the flames make you cold instead. All sorts of crazy shit.
And the entire time you're wandering it, you have to make saves against going insane.
Those only happen if you spend the night in it. So if you take a long rest in the tower, you have to save versus insanity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's not visit the tower.
Like ever again.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I don't know. I
Tower
think it's
is
great.
great.
You can't make Viv go back there now. You know that, right?
Yeah, I just no. We're leaving now.
I'm gonna make a great beast.
Remove 1
What?
pound of
What?
bacon.
What? I don't know. I didn't hear anything. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed yourselves. I'm sorry that I just don't really have the voice for much more.
Yeah,
That's okay.
fine, bro.
That was
fine.
fun.
It's 2.5-hour session. That's fine for this game.
Cool.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
rest your voice, bro. Again, thanks a lot for running this game. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. I was glad to get onto the tower. Like, its lair actions have existed long before a map, and then I sat down this morning to make the map and went, why did I put this off? I'm an idiot. But at the same time, I couldn't truly appreciate how much madness I would need to put in it if I'd done it back when I made the lair actions. I think the cheese room was a nice touch.
Oh,
It's just-
it very much was.
Just the cheese room just happens to be in the workshop now.
I mean, it's very convenient. I really like Tower for doing that for me. I don't have to walk so far to get a snack.
Yep, you don't have to walk all the way to the cheese room. It's there. That's probably
The
why it
cheese
happened.
room.
Yeah. It's
And,
cheese room.
And I'm glad my dad is back from the dead and a cat.
Yep. The day before he was a phoenix. Who knows what another morning will bring? I've had that Cat Bueno token sat around being like, oh yeah, now's the time.
Now is your
Bueno.
time, cat.
Bueno.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't make
goodbye,
this go back there.
Bye, stream. Goodbye. This
Yeah,
is
have
gonna
yourselves a lot of motherfucking good time.
Bye.